I enjoyed that whole time when I was solving those things. Zoned me out of all the problems in my life, what's happening in your surrounding. It was just focusing. You have a small problem, you are trying to find a solution. That's it. And that's like simple life, right? Any person at any point in their life, at any time, can enter this domain. So there's no, especially in puzzles, there are like lakhs of varieties of puzzles. So I'm pretty sure that everyone will find something that they will like. In this contest, generally you have like X amount of puzzles you have to solve in Y amount of time. And it's hardly ever done that you finish all the puzzles within the time. So there was this one time in 2015 in the Slovakia when we participated that I finished all the puzzles in time, and I got to experience that where when you finish within time you shout finish and that so I did that. In India, these colleges, they organize different festivals like sports festival, technical festival, and so on. One day, me and my friends decided to attend, I think, the Tech Fest organized by IIT Bombay. And sometime around in the evening, they started in a microphone like, hey, we are organizing this impromptu logical puzzle solving event. Please come and join us. We decided, okay, let's go. We already pretty much explored the whole fest. We were like, okay, let's give it a try. And then they started explaining the rules and then so on, and we participated. To my surprise, I kept moving forward into next round, and finished top 4. And that's when I learned about there is this whole world out there with so many interesting puzzles and things, and that hooked me up. And the day or my life hasn't been same after that, and I have been into puzzles. I think it was in 2010, so I've been puzzling from 2010. So as I came in top 4, then they told me I went ahead to participate in the national finals. It happened in Bangalore back then. And I finished, I think, 7th or 8th at that time. That's when I asked the others who did very well before me that, hey, how do I improve? And one of the best advice they gave me was, how about you start trying to create some puzzles? Because the reasoning is, when you solve a puzzle, you get to know some technique that was used in that particular puzzle. But when you're creating it, you can think about many other things. You start thinking about what other innovation you can bring, and you kind of get exposed to all potential possible techniques just by creating one or two puzzles. So it's equivalently, they say, you create one puzzle that's as good as solving 10 to 20 puzzles. And that's where I started creating in 2011. And since then, I have contributed at many places, my blog, books, championships, name it. So I enjoy both. I think it has been great, in not just from the perspective that, oh, I can, brag about myself, oh yeah, I'm representing India. Sure, that's there, but it's more about I got to meet so many other people across different countries. One thing good about this particular sport, at least so far, is there is no age limit, there is no language barrier, there's no cultural barrier, nothing. So everyone is talking about same common language, and that's logical puzzle thinking. So I got to meet across people. Now I have friends from Japan, Europe, Australia, many other countries, which I don't think I would have made through my profession or some other whatever I would have done in my life. So definitely there's more to it, and the journey has been great. First 4 years, I kept failing. Like I just placed out of the top 4 because the team that represents India is top 4, and I kept coming 5th, 7th, 6th, just fall short. It was 2014 that I finally broke that barrier and came into the top 4, and then represented India in A team, and that's been uh, great from there onwards. I've been consistently performing, and as I said, it's good to meet like-minded people across the world where we are talking common language and theme, and it's more than that, it's fun. Good thing about Logic Masters India, the Indian National Federation, is they have criteria. If you are a non-resident Indian, how you can participate and still become part of Indian team if you are having that skill and talent. So there is a criteria. One of the criteria is that across all the online rounds of they conduct monthly contest. So across all those online monthly contests, if you come in top 3 after all those grueling challenges, then you are eligible to directly be a wildcard entry into the Indian team, and that's how I qualified. So it's definitely more challenging than just attending a final and maybe giving best on that single day, than giving best every day, every time you have online contest. But I'm glad and thankful to them. They have this path open, so at least people like us who don't reside there but have interest and passion have opportunity to give it a try and give a go. I think one of the main difference I see is a lot of this country like US or even other countries, some of these things have become part of the curriculum of the schools and universities, where kids and students are encouraged to do these kind of activities, participate in such things, supported by the government and media. So that, I think, is one of the main difference I see here. It's improving in India as well. Logic Masters India has been promoting through different events like Sudoku champs we introduced for kids. You guys, for example, this interview and the other articles you have been covering is spreading the awareness. So it's definitely growing. I think we need to have that more and then support from the government. We do definitely have great talent in India as well. We have a great team of skills. There's no shortage of that. It just needs more support and awareness, and I think we'll do wonders. Initially when we started creating puzzles, so first thing is like we take our pen and paper book and start putting our thoughts. Hey, okay, we came up this puzzle, now it's there. The second problem is, okay, now I have to create some form of image or formal way of sharing that with others. So we used to do, people used to do different things based on their expertise. Some used Excel, some used Inkscape, some used Python coding, scripting, many things. But that used to take a lot of hours, a lot of time to do design, all that. So I had this thought in mind, like, hey, is there a way I can, solve this problem and make life better for all the puzzlers? So during COVID, actually, 2020 lockdown, I think, and I was looking across internet to see, is there something like that which can be leveraged in our puzzle community? And I came across this GitHub repository called Penpa. But it was not active anymore. But the vision I had in my mind and the idea kind of aligned with similar to that project. So I reached out to the developer there, like, hey, I have this vision, I have this idea. Do you mind if I, take that project and restart it and build a new one on top of that and make it, bring it to others? And he graciously agreed. He was from Japan and he agreed, like, oh yeah, sure, that sounds good. So it is still an open source project. anyone can contribute. I love collaborations. So that's how it started. I took that, and from 2010, I started developing this project, a lot of changes, features, and that's what it is today, Penpa Plus. When people message me that, hey, thanks for creating this platform, and especially when I went to this World Championship in person, they get to, we all know by names, but we have not seen by faces. But then when I introduce, hey, Swaroop, oh, you're the pen, because the Penpa website starts with Swaroop name, and so it feels good. That's how the whole Penpa Plus project came into limelight. Started, like, for example, that Sudoku champ thing, which was a great success, but that was focused on Sudokus. I think the next idea in my mind would be to do something like that, but with puzzles, where we also introduce that there are these interesting set of puzzles in the world, and starts slowly introducing that to not just at young or youth or adult level, but right from your school or kid level. Again, not as a competitive nature from the beginning, hey, you start fighting for each other. No, just as a introducing that these are some fun things you can do, because people don't realize that these are very also good for mental health. Then other benefits you get from sports, like hand-eye coordination. There are many other things which you benefit from spending time in this thing. So yeah, first would be to introduce these things at start right at school level, and then organizing more online, like beginner friendly contests, which we are already doing through events like Puzzle Ramayan or Logic Masters India. So those, and then yeah, spreading awareness. I have been spreading this through my family channels or groups, continuing that awareness and making beginner friendly puzzles, maybe having some beginner friendly puzzle books. So that would, I think, would be a key direction to move forward.